everyone, I'm here to talk to you about the American and French university systems, because now I've been here for almost half a year. It'll be half a year the day after Valentine's Day. Here to talk to you about the university systems and how they differ and which one do I like better. First of all, they're completely different. Completely. From registering to school, registering for classes, the actual classes, they're not the same at all. I'd say the French university system, it's more similar to the Mexican one, as in when you choose your career, what you want to study, you just focus on what you want to study. You don't do general education like you do in the States. You're not forced to take math or sciences if you're majoring in French literature. And like for me, I'm majoring in French in the United States, and I still have to take a upper division science course, which has nothing to do with my major, but that's how it is in the United States. And here in France, you choose what you want to study and you stick to what you want to study. When it comes to registering, I did it with my my exchange program. So I have no knowledge of how to register if you're coming in France without an exchange program. But for classes, it's not online like it is in the United States. You have to go to campus, you have to go up to where the UFR are. That's the departments. So you have to go up to wherever they're located in your campus. So if you're an arts and letters major or literature, language, whatever, you go to where the offices are located. There's bulletin boards with the classes offered and what TD group numbers you have and what time is the class, where is it, all that information, and you write it down on a piece of paper given to you by the university. I posted that piece of paper back in October, so I'll put the link in the blog post so you can see how it looks like for an international student. So yeah, you fill it out, you put the code, the class code, which is like L4, LM, blah blah blah. You put the title of the class, the title, which is for your CM. CMs are the lecture classes, the large lecture classes. You don't do work there. So you put when the CM is, what day, and then there's another area to put your TID date. TID date is where you do all your classwork, your tests. Yeah, those are smaller classes, maybe like 20, 30 students. Yeah, in France you have your lecture classes, your CMs, and you have your classwork classes. TID this. In my school, it's you have to take both of them. So you don't have an option, okay, I just want to take the lecture, but I don't want to take the classwork. No, you have to take both of them. And as for last semester, I had TID this that were 3 hours, and they were just once a week, so 3-hour classes. I didn't really enjoy that. I'd rather have 1.5 hour classes twice a week than just have one that's 3 hours. So it was really exhausting. Like in the United States, you usually have that class maybe twice a week for an hour or an hour and a half or something. Here you only have them once a week. CMs are usually an hour. TIDs are an hour and a half to up to 3 hours. So it's a big difference. And how many classes I took, it was all up to my university. I had to take 15 credits just like I do back in the United States. So last semester I took 16 credits. 1 class with my exchange program and 3 classes at my school. This semester I'm also taking three classes at my school and 2 with my exchange program, so I'm taking 5. The lecture classes I really enjoyed, mostly because the teachers are really knowledgeable about the subject. I had one about literature. The teacher was super adorable. You could tell he had a passion for teaching. I was never bored in that CM, but then I had another CM, a kind of media film class, which was boring. It was really bad. Like the teacher would get off topic every single lecture, and she would just talk about stuff that we weren't really covering in our TIDs. So I basically stopped going to them. it was really bad. Another thing, in your TEDs, when you have to do classwork. Mostly for mine, there were lectures, and then people, the French students would go up and do their oral presentations. Then there was a long discussion after the oral presentation. Oh, and another thing, they're 30 minutes long. They're half-an-hour presentations, which in the US is like unheard of. Longest presentation I've done back home, it was 15 minutes long. So half-an-hour presentations. Presentations here take almost like an hour, because you do half an hour of the student just talking about their presentation, and then the teacher will ask him or her questions, and then she'll start grading her and giving her feedback right in front of the whole class. So if you did bad, the whole class knows that you did bad. Which is really different, because in the US they just give you a paper. It's really private. The teacher doesn't want anyone to know what you got, even if you did horrible or you did great. There was one girl that did her presentation and it was short, and she didn't really do what the teacher had asked for. The teacher just like ripped her to pieces right in front of the whole class. It was pretty sad, but that's how they do things here. So for tests, you do them in class. Most of my teachers gave me the whole 3 hours to do that. And in my university, the international students were exempt from taking the finals. We were just graded on our control continu, which is classwork and everything done in the TEDs. But for this semester, one of my classes is forcing even international students to take the final with the French students. But we're going to be graded much differently than the French students. It's going to be a lot more lenient. And they're going to grade us based on our efforts on how we adjust to how to write essays in their style and their format and stuff. As I said, there's nothing you do online. If you want to change classes, you have to go up to the secretary and do that. Check grades is also very old school. You go to the offices, the same place where the secretaries are. Go up to the bulletin boards and you have to look for your last name, and then you'll find your grade. It's not online. You don't have a web portal or whatever programs your university back home has. So yeah, France is kind of stuck in the Middle Ages when it comes to university stuff. It's pretty bad, and I thought back in the first semester I was stressing out so much about finding classes and how to register and stuff. But the French students also have that same problem, so don't feel bad. It's normal to be stressing out. I know this semester I was stressing out because I emailed the woman in charge of the international students my classes. I emailed her maybe like a week and a half ago. I want these classes. Is there if you want the actual paperwork, I can go to your office, turn it in, or I can go to a secretary. She never emailed me back. So yeah, you have to be a lot more independent here in France if you want to study. It's all up to you. You don't have your parents calling you to university. Teachers really don't care that much about you. Students, they're not offering your help. Like in the United States, maybe you have like Americans just, okay, hey, do you need help, blah blah blah. Like, they're not doing that. You have to ask for help. I'm not saying that they're mean or they're rude or they see an international student and they're just like, I'm not gonna help them. No, if you ask them, they will help you, but they're not gonna go out of their way to help you. You're gonna stay on top of things. You don't do homework here, and you can easily fall back on reading and all that, but don't. You have to stay on top of things, because if not, you're gonna regret it. It's a lot easier to procrastinate here because you don't have a teacher checking on you every single time you go to class, but you will regret it so much more when it's December. I mean, when it's like, yeah, December, or in this case May, and you have to take your final essay in class or the final exam, and yeah, you're not prepared. So it's all up to you. Teachers are really nice. They give you, well, the teachers in your TEDs, they will give you their email address. Email them if you have a problem. Go up to talk to them if you have a problem. They're really nice to international students. They do comprehend that you're not fluent in their language. So even if you butcher your question completely, like I have done, a bunch of times. They will understand and they will try to explain it in a way that you can understand. I know I'm becoming a much more independent student here, but still, I prefer the United States version just because I'm so accustomed to it. I like checking my grades online. I like changing my classes online. I like doing things online. It's a lot easier, it saves time. So that's my take on French university system and the American university system. If you have any questions, feel free to email me, comment below, or I don't know, email me, comment below, tweet me, whatever. I'll be happy to answer your questions. Oh, and it'll also be my 6-month update soon, my half a year update, so be on the lookout for that, and I'll see you guys soon. Hope you have a great day, and yeah, bye! Hey everyone, I know I did not record a vlog for my fourth month anniversary. I don't know, but yeah, I did not record the 4-month update, and this is my 5th.